Okay, so sorry, my phone ran out of storage. So back to where we left off. We had stated that we were doing 6 ounces of water and 2 amounts of enfamil. But although we had gone this far, that's not exactly what the question's asking. You guys ready? Okay, so check it out. So should we mix with each 8-ounce can? So you're mixing the entire can. So we established a proportion. We said 2 ounces of enfamil plus 6 ounces of water. Okay. Now, with that being said, they want us to use the entire 8-ounce can. Okay, well, how do we do that? Well, if we know we're doing 2 ounces, we would multiply by 4 to get the 8 ounces. And if we multiply the enfamil by 4, we multiply the water by 4. So 8 ounces of enfamil, which is our 1 can. And then we've got the 6 times 4, 6, 12, 24 ounces of water. There you go. So this gives us 24 ounces of sterile water. And if we're doing 24 ounces of sterile water and 8 ounces of the can, that's a 32 total, 32 total volume. Yield. That's how much we yielded. That's how much we made. Okay, so we went the long way to look at it. So if we were to say, if we were to set it up in DHQ, or DQ equals X, and let's say you were taking a quiz or you were experiencing this in a practical scenario, if you are in a hospital setting, pharmacy setting, home healthcare setting, this is what it would look like. So we know we should be mixing with each 8-ounce can of enfamil in order to prepare the 1/4 strength solution. We need 1/4 strength, right, total. And we need to use 1 ounce, 1 of the 8-ounce can. So if we know that 1 out of 4 and 1 of it is 8, so if we have 4 units and 1 of them is the 8-ounce can, you dumped 8 ounces into a giant beaker graduated cylinder, you've got 8 ounces, you've got 3/4, exactly how we did before. So you would say, okay, we need 1/4 and we're using 1 can. So 1 can equals 8 ounces, okay? And 1 can is 1/4 of total. You could, if you want to set it up as a proportion or a ratio, and you want to do, let's say, cross-canceling, you would do 8 ounces, okay? And that would be 1/4. 8 ounces over X. How much is it total? Right? So if we know 8 ounces would be 1/4, what would be the remainder? How many ounces is there total? If we were to look back at number 7, was it 7? Yeah, number 7, the total amount was a 360. So the total amount, we want to figure that out because we don't know it. If we can figure out the 360, then we could put 2/3, you could put 2/3 equals the amount over 360. Or you could do 2/3 equals, we know it's 240 milliliters, equals 3 over X if we didn't know what the total amount is. In this case, we don't know what the total amount is. So we would set this up as 8 ounces equals 1/4, because that's our proportion. That would be what it would be reduced to. And if you were to look back at what we're doing here, we said 2/3 over 2, that was our fraction right here. This is this right here, the 1/4. 8 ounces times 4 is 32. So 32 equals X, 32 total amount. So if we were doing here, if we were doing 32 total and 8 ounces is enfamil, then you would just subtract it. 32 minus 8 is 24 ounces of water. So if I were to write the steps down, step 1 would be set up your values. So the values we had was 1/4. So find concentration amount of solute being used. So in this case, the amount of solute we knew we were using was 8 ounce. Find the concentration, which is in this case was 1/4. And then do the ratio proportion. So it's 3 steps. Proportion. This would give you the total amount. After you find the total amount, you would subtract your solute from the total amount. So it's step 1, find the concentration. Step 2, find the amount of the solute. Step 3, do the ratio proportion. This is really all one step this so far. And then subtract the total amount. Using the ratio proportion, you find the total amount. And so this is part A. You know how we do part A and then subtract it, part B. This is all part A again, total amount. And then part B, subtract your total from your solute, which is what we've been doing before. Gives us our 24 ounces of water. It gives us this. I'll leave number 10 for you guys. If you guys want to shoot me an email with your answer, I'll go and take a look at it, tell you if it's right or wrong, and that's about the most I could do. I could also say, hey, maybe take a look at this value. Oh, move the camera. Take a look at this value, but I won't be able to work it out, give you the answer, but I can give you hints. So really important question. You might see something similar to it in the future, maybe in the near future. Really fantastic setup question.